Welcome to Synthetic Oil Protection. I'm your host, Eben, and we're back with Anthony and his beautiful 2014 Camaro SS. And what are we doing today, Anthony?
Making it cool.
We're gonna make this sucker ice cool. And well, we're using our low toxicity biodegradable coolant. Bring that sucker up, show it to him, Anthony. Now this is pet friendly, ain't gonna hurt your dog or animals. The actual regular coolant actually tastes sweet. So this is a propylene glycol. It's special technology. Now flip it around back, Anthony. Now what's so great about this sucker is it meets and exceeds all the major specifications like Caterpillar, John Deere, Cummins, all your diesels. So we can take this back, Anthony. So it's gonna meet all those specs and it's gonna exceed everything for General Motors. And we're using our Dominator coolant boost. Now we're gonna get more into this in a second. Well, let's drain her down. All right, we're in position. We got our drain pan right underneath here. We got that, I think we got that at Wama. And we got Anthony, he's got his thick rubbers on. Now this car is pretty hot. Like they say, don't ever open a car when it's super, super hot. But this is gonna drain very slow at the bottom. So Anthony's got his extra rubbers on. Anthony, go ahead and start loosening her up. Give him a good close-up of this little teeny petcock. That's what they call it. And it's like a little twisty. And go ahead and move your hand for a second, Anthony, just so they can see it. So you see the little teeny petcock. You can point to it, Anthony. Right there. We'll give you a little light. Perfect. So go ahead and keep twisting it. Just keep twisting it. And it'll start to leak all over. And even when it leaks, don't fret. Just keep going until the whole thing comes out. We got a big old bin underneath there. Beautiful. And you can adjust it a little bit, Anthony, so it more goes into the bin. Just adjust the bin underneath a little. It's okay. Beautiful. And now we're gonna let this sucker drain for about 15-20 minutes. And then we'll be back to go ahead and cork her up. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and put in our distilled water. We're gonna actually turn the heater core on, and then we're gonna cycle all that old coolant, come back and drain her again, and then put in the good stuff. So you can hear she's just leaking out nice and good. So we'll let her do her thing. We'll be back. Anthony's gonna throw a glove on and pop the top, so that's gonna let it drain a little quicker. Go ahead and open her up. And remember this one, when it's super hot, you don't ever open it. Just keep going, Anthony. Perfect. And now she'll keep draining. All right, so we got 6 quarts out. Now Anthony has got the hand pumper. And now we took off our cap. And now we're gonna go and shove it all the way in there, Anthony, till it bottoms out, all the way down. Keep feeding. Kind of wiggle it, see if you can get it in. It might not happen, who knows? Yep, keep shoving. So the hose, this is the overflow that goes into the tank down here. Now the reason why the tank isn't higher is because they have it low for lower center of gravity. And you can see the tank goes way back in that corner. So once it's all the way in, just start pumping. Let's see what we got in there. Good, Anthony. Is it all the way down? Just start pumping.
I think so.
Go ahead. Anthony's threading in the little teeny weeny petcock way down there. And now it's time to go ahead and fill her up. All right, we got our distilled water. Now you always use distilled water because the minerals can actually calcification inside the system, in the aluminum. It can stick to stuff and it can actually create a frequency issue, believe it or not. I didn't know about this stuff until I learned about it. It's weird. So Anthony's gonna fill up the radiator all the way until it overflows. I'm gonna fill up the overflow bottle. And let's do it. Go ahead, Anthony. Let's fill her up. All right, we're bulletproof. Good thing we got the petcock in. Keep going, Anthony. All right, now Now it's time to go shredding around the block. All right, so we're driving around the block. We got our heater on high and high. It's circulating that distilled water. So that distilled water is going to get all the stuff from the heater core in there. It's going to get it all nice and circulated. And now it's time to go back and, well, drain her again. How's she feel, Anthony?
Feels great.
All right, let's go drain her down again. We're back from trouncing around. Anthony's going to drain her down. Go ahead, Anthony. It's hot, isn't she? She is hot. What the heck? How the heck is that not gushing out right now? That's crazy. All right, so we got our drain off, our drain plug. Anthony's wiping down our cap, our good seal. And it was amazing how it wouldn't come out because it was sealed that well. So now we're gonna let her drain down again, and you can see how much clearer the coolant is now. It's a very light mix now. It's mainly all distilled water. So now we're gonna go ahead and fill her with the good stuff. Got done cleaning our cute little petcock, and this is the last time it's going in. Now always inspect this little O-ring. You see this little rubber here? That rubber is so important. It's very, very soft. Always make sure that that's soft, there's no cracks in it. So Anthony's gonna go ahead and thread it in for the last time. It's way down there in that corner. Right there. Easy as pie. Keep going, Anthony, all the way. And it'll have a little resistance because the rubber's really soft. Keep going until it bottoms out. Keep going. That's it. You're done. You can see the little silver line. All right, so these are all the specifications this coolant concentrate is good for. Now Anthony's going to be running this at about 33%. So at a 33% mix ratio, he's going to be good to right about there, which is about 1 degree Fahrenheit. So he's not going to be taking this out of town for racing. Now I did want to mention the specific heat capacity of coolant concentrate is about 0.6. And the specific heat capacity of distilled water is 1. So water is a great conductor of heat. It has a tremendous cooling ability. So we're going to be doing a couple of things to bump that power. We're going to be using the best of the best, the propylene glycol, which is right here in the front. Propylene glycol, this is a special biodegradable formula, and it's good for, show them how many miles, 1,000,000 miles on 18-wheelers. So it's up to you. I mean, if you want to run Dex Cool or Honda Coolant, something that's good for 60,000, you can, but why do that when you can get the best and it costs less money because you go longer per coolant change and you actually get better gas mileage. So the other one we're going to use is the Coolant Boost and Dominator. Now this is a 12 quart system. We're just going to round over. I think it's 11.8, 11.9.
Yeah, 11.8.
So we're going to round over. So Anthony, go ahead and, well, put that sucker in first. We're going to put in the beautiful cherry. Now this will actually allow the heat. This is a tri-tiered surfactant technology, and a surfactant allows the water molecules to get closer to the aluminum, the metal, has a higher heat transfer, and they also call this a water wetter, but this one's a tri-tiered technology. And this lasts 1 year, 30,000 miles. So the actual chemical in that breaks down with heat. So if you want to do racing and stuff, be sure to keep adding that every year because it does break down. The chemical inside it breaks down. So that's going to be good for his treat ratio. And then it says 1 ounce for every quart of concentrate, 2 ounces for every quart of distilled water. So if you're actually racing, you could run this on distilled water and only boost. But if you ever go somewhere where it's really, really cold, you can crack your block. So we're going to run at a good safe ratio for Anthony. Now Anthony, go ahead and crack open a nice virgin bottle of this is what we call the Coolant Gold. It's got this beautiful golden look to it. You're good, Anthony. Just unthread it. Just twist. Trust your intuitions. Be the one. The very first one to cross that finish line.
Yeah.
Right, Anthony?
Oh, yeah.
So Anthony's just popping out the little seal. And now you're going to see how beautiful this gold is. Now, a nice thing about this, it doesn't hurt your eyes. It doesn't smell like a lot of the other coolants. Just go slow with it, and you'll see how beautiful and clear it is. And this is compatible with all other coolants, makes, models, and colors. The only one it's not compatible with is waterless coolant. So you'll notice there's one, it's called like Eben's Cool. And Eben's Cool is a waterless coolant where you actually have to get every drop of water out of your system. So this one wouldn't work, obviously, because we're mixing it with distilled water. But all other coolants, makes, models, and colors, you can mix it. It won't separate, it won't hurt anything, but you don't want to have a lot of old coolant in. So you'll see how we did that double drain and fill, and how we got about 80-90% of the old coolant out. So that little bit that's still in there is not going to hurt nothing. So Anthony's going to finish filling her up. We're going to start putting the rest of the distilled water in. Now, Anthony, remember, save some of this. We want to put some in your overflow tank. So we actually emptied Anthony's overflow tank. So Anthony, throw about a half a quart in your overflow. So the overflow tank you don't want to crack in the cold. Keep going, keep going. And bam. Boom, Anthony cracked open a nice, beautiful bottle of distilled. And there it goes. We're gonna go until she overflows. Anthony's a natural. That's what he does all day. And he even does the flip. Anthony, stop there. You know what to do. This is finishing up here. Now Anthony's going to top off the reservoir, the rest with distilled water. And now Anthony's going to go ahead and motor up, and we're going to burp the system. So when he turns it on, he's got the heater on high, full heat. That's good, Anthony. I think it's emptying out. You're good. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start her up, Anthony. So go ahead. I'll give you the honors of starting her up. And then we're going to go ahead and squeeze the hoses. So Anthony's getting in. And let's motor her up. All right. So there it is. Now, Anthony, come on over. Come on over, Anthony. Now go ahead and squeeze your hoses. Just give them a little squeeze. Show them how to burp it. Yep, just squeeze those hoses. Squeeze the other one. You'll see how it makes that coolant go up and down. And then you have your heater on high, right, Anthony?
Yes, sir.
All right. So we're going to let her sit for a minute, and then Anthony's going to just pull this straight up, and the water's going to go everywhere. That's it. You got it, Anthony. Go ahead and throw that cap on. Perfect. Feed this sucker in, Anthony. He's going to feed in that long. Listen to how quiet that is, Anthony. Isn't that crazy? It's even quieter. So that heat transfer is pulling all that heat out of the cylinders. So now it's time to go get Anthony's driving impressions. All right, this is what we call the Power Duo. The Power Duo is the octane booster and the upper cylinder. Now, Anthony, you said you already have the upper cylinder in?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Now it's time for the octane booster. Now, what this is going to do, this treats up to 15 gallons, and this is going to give you up to 4 points of octane. So what that's going to do, go ahead, Anthony, that's going to get rid of your pre-ignition, give them a little color, pull it out a little, and show them what it looks like. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a reddish look. Hold it up. Just empty it in. Good. Let's see if they can see it a little. So it's like a little bit of a reddish tint to it. And what that does is that's like going to a gas pump and doing half 100 octane and half 91. So you have that nice little bump of octane. You're not going to have as much pre-ignition. You're going to be a lot smoother in the top end, a lot more smoother power, and you'll definitely notice it. So let's go trounce. All right, Anthony's driving impressions.
We're back in business. Let's see.
Anthony's funny.
Now hunting.
Anthony
Now
loves,
hunting.
he loves ripping around. So how does she feel different?
She feels like, man, it's just so smooth. And I definitely like in the higher RPMs, you can tell she's happy.
You know what, Anthony? It's so good. I even want some of the candies.
Shall we?
Feels like. Yeah, it just totally sounds quieter. Yeah, and I remember that on my C5. It was amazing. That's smooth. For a little fourth gear roll on. I'm not getting any buckling, no jerking, no pre-ignition, nothing. Just amazing. Smooth. Now we'll do a little second gear roll on. See what she feels like, how much smoother. Today's 66 degrees out, so we're making a lot of good power. Beautiful. That is smooth. That is
Isn't it
so-
fun having a second gear pull that can take people's first gear pulls?
Yeah, it's amazing, Anthony. This car's a different car. I mean, put the camera outside so they can hear it. Let them hear how quiet it is. It's quieter. It is like amazing how much quieter that is. It did the same thing on my Corvette. It's beautiful. Is there anything we should add, Anthony?
Go buy your AMSOIL. Just do it. You'll be. It's worth the while.
All right. So is that it, Anthony? Anything else we should do?
More second gear pulls.
More second gear, Anthony? Of course. All right, Anthony, what do you think?
I'm almost all the way AMSOIL now. Can't wait to finish.
It's beautiful, Anthony. The process is like, it's like giving birth almost.
It's facts.
Never forget, my heart, it beated just so unbelievably when I did my C5 Corvette. It just changed my life forever. And at that point, I said, you know what? I have to share it with you. It's about sharing and helping the community. And Anthony's been such a big part of the community. Thank you so much, Anthony.
My pleasure.
And he's got the power foam. That's coming up next, right?
Oh yeah.
And if you want to see, go ahead, Anthony, what?
And then we're also going to be doing some .4 brake fluid and clutch fluid. Get that nice good racing gold in there.
Oh yeah, get some more feel in those pedals. So yeah, we're going to be doing that. So check out everything else we did on Anthony's car right here in the middle. This is the playlist. And remember, if you want to be in the end of the month giveaway, just leave a comment. I randomly go through within the first 30 minutes and I pick people. You never know who could be up next. So check out these videos here. Well, Anthony, cheers to protection. Cheers to protection, protection, protection.